지가스 안녕하세요. YouTube 청사치유입니다. Today is Halloween and I could not let this date pass because first, I'm a Christian and I do not celebrate the Halloween. Second, but I have a Halloween history, a scareful story for you. And this history happened in January 14th of 2016. Yes, with me, unhappily with me. I was in those years that everything was going wrong, and that's why I have the unhappily to see my friends become like that. Well, I have a friend of other nationality. Every time we see each other, we have a lot of nice things to share. He shared about his country, what was he doing, about his service, and I also was everything about talking about my service as well, but nothing that could be out of a friendship. But in the day this guy came to live in the same place, the same city I was, that is Campinas. Oh, my life became a hell, a real hell that I could not bear until December of 2016, and even like that, I had my second anxiety and depression attack in March of 2017 because of him. So, Shugasu, this history, the scarcity part, will happen more in the end of the history. So, keep calm, wait, and of course, watch until the end. Let's start now. Well, everybody knows that I have since my childhood, I always wish to play instruments. My favorite ones are the keyboard and the guitar. When I was 6 years old, I asked my father to buy for me a keyboard, and he brought me, but I didn't know how to play, so he told me that he would put me in a keyboard or piano class. Well, I wish to cry because until today this never happened, and he died already. Well, also, when I was with 7 years old, he bought me an instrument that I call here cítara. This I could play without need any teacher, and when I was 11, he bought me a real keyboard. One day I can show to you playing some song here, but I play of my way because until today I have not the opportunity to go to the school to learn this. And also a guitar. In 2003, he bought me a guitar, and it was too hard for me to take any song of this guitar because this was only one decoration guitar. The owners of the place, my father bought this shit in, and unhappily he bought just an article of decoration, and then he gave me. Well, anyway, when I was 5 years old, like I told, I guess, my father promised me to put me in the class of guitar or to play piano, and unhappily this did not happen until today. My father died, stood my mother also promised it, but until now nobody appeared to really teach me. And there are people that I do not trust here. to teach me. So I will play the way I know, the way that I can take the music out. But my mother also bought for me an ukulele, and I love this so much. I do not even get so sad like I was before, because I can take this and then I can play anytime I want, because this is too small and so it fits for me. But anyway, back to the history. When this guy went to Campinas to live there in the place, of course, in separate house of mine, he back totally different. And in the start, we started to talk normally, like two friends. We shared experience, and every time I went out to the place he was working, he was saying me, why are you going away? Because there are so many things for to do here. Why are you going away? Oh, I'm going away because I finished all I had to do. There's no reason I stay only he, my mother, and I in the place that he was. And so one day I saw that he know how to play the guitar. Then I asked him for me to teach me, but unhappily he just laughed in my face and did not teach me. So I asked for another person, and this person told me, okay, I will teach you, but you teach me English instead, because I want to learn English. And in the Saturday, the January 14th of 2016, we went. I lived out my house, and this guy, he lived out his home that was in another city too far from Campinas, just to help me. And then we arrived at the place, and this one that was my friend that's from another country, he asked me to call me, because I was in the below part. I was in the first floor of the place, and he was in the second. But when he called me, I thought that it was for saying something that is friendly, but no. Wow. He told me things that I cannot say here, or this video can be cut from YouTube, because he offended me, my mother, my stepfather, offended this guy as much as he could. And he told that it was not for me to talk with anybody else, because the people would think that I'm loving everybody, but I need only talk to him because people can understand that I talk to him. And he told me also something, that if you talk to others, I will feel bad for you. You will be hurting me because why are you doing this? And told me if I do something good on this place, he could only be calling attention. But I stood totally out of my mind, because he was my friend. We have everything combined already, and he did not accept and treated me like a bitch. And he called me bitch. He called me bitch. And I stayed so sad. I have a deeply sadness of talk this history until today. Because I never had any relationship with anybody until today. And of course, from the other years, I will have not as well. But until today, I never know what is the flavor of a kiss, of a hug, of a boyfriend. And unhappily, this guy that was my friend, he was loving me secretly, but unhappily he didn't know how to treat me, and he told me these things that I can never forget, and I will never forget from my mind. And he told that I could not play guitar there. And then I went home almost crying. I told for my mother, I don't know what's happening, but she told me, he gave me support. She gave me all support I was needing. I was only 22 years old. I was to be 23 in that time, but my mind started to have misconception of everything, because my index of anxiety, depression, and OCD increased most in this era, and I could not play anything in that time. But do you know, Shugasu, when I was almost leaving his small room, because he called me in a small room, do you know what he did? He did a demoniac laugh. He did, ha 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 ha, something a little stronger, with a voice that was not from him, for me. And after this, I leave out the room, and I just feel he's possessed. He's totally possessed. But if I tell you, if this guy asking me for forgiveness until today, I will be lying for you, because he did not ask me forgiveness, and he cut me for all the activities of this place he was. He put other people, he put children, old persons, and others that just do not know even what they was doing there. But me, that dedicated, that gave my blood in that place, he didn't put me, he cut me. He cut me, and the only thing he did, it was like, I want to say, to use my position, just to have some sleep with him in some place, like I told the whole year. And because I did not submit myself to him, he cut me of everything. Well, with the time was passing, I just noticed he was more possessed, and other persons that already went my enemies and are until today, talked with him a lot and told bad things about me. I mean, this person, one of them, because the others, they are good of their minds, but this one that most disturbed my life, he has problems of hallucinations, and as he hates me because I'm a kind person to others, and his son is just a drug addict that is in prison nowadays, he used to invite me, and then he tried to end with my life. And he counted with the help of the other 7 or 8 people that also hate me, and then I was cut of all the activities of this place. But this guy, he is married today, and last year I saw that when an old guy was sitting beside his wife, he was sitting in the middle of them just by jealousy and by the titled way that he treats women. And so, thanks God, Christ and Holy Spirit, I'm free from them, and I'm free from him, because I never more want to see this person in my life. But poor of the wife that believe in him just because his position, and married to him a guy so ugly, rejected, of course, rejected, I will not say why, and that has known um, mustard grain of wisdom. How could I be paired with a person like that and that do not know how to treat other people? Well, but the story of Halloween is focused in this place, is focused in this moment that he gave me his diabolical love. This was the bigger way I know he was just possessed and kept possessed every time he saw me, because of course if you just want good things enter in yourself, and if you protect yourself of the bad things, none evil will take you, but if you do all against it, so you will just be a playground for the demons. And of course, till today, I unhappily did not join in any class for play guitar or the piano. This made me sad to the deepest because my love for musical instruments became just an obsession. But my mother told that for me, that I'm not only in the class because we not find anybody yet of trust to give me this class, but all the things that this guy told me I do not put in my head, because I have something since my 4 years old that's called Bible, and I just live by the things that are here written. And if the opinion of God is different of the opinion of the man, so I stay with the opinion of God. I told this today in the class of English. I could not left to tell this history of Halloween because this is a witch, a demoniac, something that happened to me. And I want to share with all of you this too. But you guys, I want to ask or beg it for you, please. If you are in a person, if you are in a place with people that have a different or a strange behavior with you, please run out and do not back anymore. This will be only a poison for your mind, for your soul, for everything that you have, and your life will be every time more sicker, and nothing go ahead, but everything will be back and back until you fall in a bed and never more to get up again. I, like a 27 years old person that's suffering the 7 years behind, I just can say to you, take care with the people of today. Not everybody is your friend. The majority of people hasn't love in their heart, and of course these things was all revealed before in the Bible. We are just experiencing this. We cannot count with friends, we cannot count with relatives, sometimes neither with our parents. But please, if you see that your friends or that somebody that like you so much are doing bad things for you, get out as soon as possible, because I do not want to see my fans with the same feelings that I was and suffering the same feeling I was. But today I'm here stronger to talk to you how to proceed in moments like this. And of course, do not stay with bad people. They just carry inside themselves a bag of demons inside them. I know people of all religions, and I can say that in many religions there are only few people that's good. Just the ones that are really kind of heart and that are able to do good for you. The same in the earth. The earth is already polluted because the lack of love and the lack of trust in God. And this is from so many years until today. But Shugasu, let's not lose our way. Let's do not allow to be raped for people like this. I'm not saying that I was raped, because I was not, of course, or I would to call to Brasilia for a long time ago. But I say this is violence. This is like things that hurt you. This is the kind of violence, verbal violence, and also emotional violence. And I don't want to suffer like I suffered too, and stood in silence for the whole year. Please, Shugasu, do not be slave of anyone or anybody that promises things for you and will never fulfill in this life. So this is my history of Halloween. I hope you all have liked. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, to like this, and also to share for your friends, especially just one that are South Korea lovers like me, please. And I also want to show for you, Shugasu, to follow me on my Instagram account. I have this one that is my official. I don't know if you can see, but I will let all the details in the bio here below. And we are already 510 followers, and here I post more things of the outfit of the day. I hope you are liking this, but let's just do a thing. If you see my video, please click in this flag, and then the algorithm on Instagram will understand you really love my posts, and I will be more famous than I am. And so I count with all of you for that, okay? See you all in the next video winning my list of subscribers. Shugasu. Annyeong.